11th C.
A very good afternoon. Today I am standing here to thank our Dr. Shashi Kumar sir for sparing his valuable time with us and helping us, all of us, to face stress and most of the problem we teenagers face. It was very interesting, sir, to be seated in one of your student. I do this on behalf of all the students sitting over here of Vidya mandir. I once again extend my hearty thanks to Dr. Shashi Kumar sir for his
Students come to me with a problem that they are not able to concentrate. Is it true that you have no concentration? English When I ask you a question, you must respond. Don't see whether somebody else is responding or not. Okay? When I ask you a question, you have an answer, you can say it loud, with loud voice, as loud as you can. Okay? Because I am using a mic, you are not using a mic. So you must make me audible. So make it as much sound as you can and answer me. Yes or no? Yes. Not enough? Yes. Not enough? Yes. That's good. Okay. But this is not good. Answer is enough. Then after that you don't have to make any other noise. Okay? That's called discipline. This seat le avade irikada payan avanu varudekku. Aa kannadittalde nere back il vekkuna payan. Hello. Ee kannadittu. Please come here. Kneel down here. Because you spoke to him soon after that. Yes or no? Will you repeat it? No, sit down. Okay? ഞാൻ അത് പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് you don't have to see there. Those who turn that side will get a punishment. If you don't listen to me, I will get out of this place. Because that much only I can do, right? നല്ല വൈറ്റ് യൂണിഫോം ഇട്ടുകൊണ്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. You must have discipline in you. Understood? I have gone to schools where there are no fans, really sweating, but when sweat comes, they don't even use their hand to wipe it. You understood? That much discipline. I have seen worse to schools also. But when you go to a place, we expect something. If this school is not good, I don't expect this. But I have a concept of this school that is very good. Therefore, I am trying to give you some hints to make it much better. If some places are not neat, we don't expect neatness. But if it is neat, then we make it much more neater, right? Yes. That's what we do. Now, how many of you have no concentration? Please lift your hands. Raise your hands if you have no concentration. So no problem, you have full concentration. Are you able to concentrate 100% in whatever you listen? If not, lift your hands up. Hands up means full hand, no hands like this. Be active, okay? Don't become dull. When I say become very strict, it doesn't mean you have to be dull. You have to be active. Okay? Down, hands down. So you have the problem of concentration, right? Really? Yes. How many of you have problem of waking up in the early morning? It's not true that you wake up but you don't get up. There is a difference between waking up and getting up, right? How many of you have a problem of getting up in the early morning? As soon as you wake up, do you get up? What do you do? Generally ask this question to students, they say, as soon as you wake up, what do you do? They say, go back to sleep. Right? Yes. Who calls you in the morning? Mother? Yes. Father? Yes. Brother, sister, somebody, right? If mother calls you, you put the bed sheet back and then sleep again, right? If sister calls you, use your leg. And if father calls you, jump out, right? When your father or mother or alarm calls you, you are able to hear that. If you are in sleep, will you be able to hear that? That means you are not in sleep, right? And you are not sleeping, but you are pretending that you are sleeping. That bhavam is called tushni bhavam, where you don't sleep, but you pretend that you are sleeping. When you don't sleep and you pretend that you are sleeping, are you not wasting time? And do you believe as a student your role is to study? And which is the good time, the best time for studies? Why? That is called Brahma Muhurtam, right? No? What is the morning time called? Brahma Muhurtam. And why schools are not being started at Brahma Muhurtam at 3:30 or 4 o'clock? That's the best time to teach and learn, right? But we don't start. But can't you start at home? Brahma Muhurtam? But we don't, including me. When Brahma calls me in the morning and say that Shashikumar, please wake up, I'll tell him Poda. And throughout the day we start calling God, and God also will tell us Poda. Because that's how we respond. We don't respond well with God, right? If you want to be good, you must respond well with God when He calls first. So as soon as you wake up, you must get up. Will you do that tomorrow onwards? I'm sure you can't. Because what is that you are practicing is what you can do. And you have been practicing pretending sleeping and not getting up even though you woke up, right? How can you change it tomorrow? Is it possible? No. You want a medicine for that? You want a medicine? How many of you feel that you want to get up as soon as you wake up? Please lift your hands. Okay, so most of you want. So I am going to give you a medicine, but medicine is at your home. Okay? Use it today night before sleep. Drink 4 liters of water. Now, if you drink water and sleep, what will happen? You may wake up at 2 o'clock. Yes or no? Yes. If you don't want to wake up at 2 o'clock, reduce the 4 liter to 3.5 liters or 3 liters. But 18 days you will know how much water you have to drink to wake up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock. That's the best practice. Drink as much water as you can at night. Okay, nice to have kanji at night. So if you have kanji every day, you have sufficient water also. And drink as much water as you can so your body gets purified, you will become more energetic, and next day morning you will get up and don't come back and sleep. You decide that once you go to bathroom, you take a bath and then come back. Okay? Brushing, toilet, bath, everything should be over by that as soon as you wake up. Once you do that, that is the best practice in your life. Once you can do that and practice it for 18 days, 19th day that becomes routine to you, and you will have never you will have problem in your life. Getting up will not be a trouble for you, and you will start enjoying in the morning. It's not necessary that, or it's not mandatory that the best student has to get up in the early morning, but you can choose your own time, but you must choose your time. Generally, people give lectures on stress management, time management. I don't give these two because stress should not be managed. You must have stress. If you want to do anything perfect, you must have stress. If you are relaxed, you will not do anything in your life. If you don't have any job, you will be relaxed. But if you have job, you will get stressed. And if you want to perform better and better, you must have more and more stress in your life. If you want to catch a train, if you don't have stress, you will go relaxed, you will miss the train. Right? If you have stress, you will start running. So stress is good. Stress is productive. What is not productive is tension. You should not have tension. Exam tension is bad. Exam stress is good. When you have exam stress, you will start studying. If there is no exam, you will never study. Okay, so it's necessary to have stress to study more and more. And I have 40 blogs on computer. How many of you use internet and computer? Very good number. Last time I also asked the same question. Many people took my email address, but I have not seen people responding. And it so happened, one of the students who called me from Vidya mandir, I called them back. I could not attend the call. And I didn't know that it is from Vidya mandir. I got a telephone call back. It was so funny, first time in my life. I must tell this here. One of the students called me, and at night, as soon as I got back home, I called. And probably I didn't know which place is that, so I asked where is this number from? I have a missed call from this place. Then I now found that it is from Kerala, Malayalam. So I just asked, Kannur. Since I had a class here, I had two places, so I guessed it could be from SN Vidya. Just asked SN Vidya mandir നിങ്ങളുടെ മക്കൾ ആരെങ്കിലും പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ ചോദിച്ചു. കുറച്ച് സൗണ്ടുള്ളൊരു സ്ത്രീയെ ചോദിച്ചു, സീനിയർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്ത്രീ പറഞ്ഞു എൻ്റെ മോൻ പഠിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം ആ പഹയൻ എന്നോട് ചോദിക്കാണ്ട് എൻ്റെ ഫോൺ എടുത്തതല്ലേ. അതാണ് ഫസ്റ്റ് റെസ്പോണ്ട്. ഉടനെ ഫോൺ കട്ട് ചെയ്തു. ഇതാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അമ്മമാരുടെയും അച്ഛന്മാരുടെയും സംസ്കാരം. അതിന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്തും ഫസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് പാരൻസിനോട് പറയണം. മനസ്സിലാവണം? നിങ്ങൾ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഫോൺ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പാരൻസിനോട് പറയണം. നിങ്ങൾ പാരൻസിൻ്റെ ഫോൺ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പാരൻസിനോട് പറയണം. ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ ഭയങ്കര കൺഫ്യൂസ് ആണെങ്കിലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഒരു മിസ് കോൾ തന്നാൽ ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വിളിച്ചു. ബട്ട് വെൻ യു ടേക്ക് എ ടെലിഫോൺ നമ്പർ, ട്രൈ ടു മേക്ക് എ കോൾ. വെൻ യു ടേക്ക് ഇമെയിൽ അഡ്രസ്, ട്രൈ ടു മേക്ക് എൻ ഇമെയിൽ. Don't see that somebody is not approachable to you. The principal may not be approachable, teachers may not be approachable, but I am approachable to each and every person. I have no reservation on anybody. Okay, so you can ask me questions, you can discuss with me. There is no reservation on. And when I give him a telephone number or contact, these two contact. And we are a social being. We are called a social being, right? What is social being means? Being social. We are a human being, right? What is human being means? Being human. It's very simple, no? And if you are not being human, you are not being social, you can never be called as a social being. Yes or no? And people say, I have no time, I am very busy. I am not at all busy, I have sufficient time in my life. Are you as busy as Manmohan Singh? And still don't you say that I have sufficient things to learn, I have no time, I have not finished learning and all that? What are you doing? He also have 24 hours, we also have 24 hours, right? What are we doing? When you get 1,000 rupees, somebody gives you 1,000 rupees, when you spend money, don't you keep an account? Yes or no? How much money is spent for what? You have an account in your, right? Somebody has given you life, do you have an account on your life? You are now 18 years or 17 years or 15 years or 13 years or maybe it's become 60 years after some time. You all become 60 years, right? Let you live much longer. But for computation purpose, let us take 60 years. When you become 60 years of age, you start looking back and see, how did I live my life? Do you sleep 8 hours and 24 hours average in a life? Many people, because as child you will sleep more, as older people you are going to sleep more, but maybe this time you don't sleep that much. But if you take an average, 8 hours and 24 hours, right? Yes or no? Yes. So when somebody lives for 60 years, 8 hours and 24 hours is 1/3. 8 hours and 24 hours is 1/3. So 1/3 we sleep. So when somebody lives 60 years, how many years people sleep? 20 years you sleep. While sleeping, are you happy? Most of the people are happy, right? So 1/3 of our life we are happy. Even you are happy 1/3 of your life. Yes or no? Yes. In 24 hours, 8 hours you are happy. 6 hours average you are happy. 1/4, 1/3. Sometimes you are happy. Fine. Now, in 60 years, 20 years people sleep, and 40 years what are they doing? When you reach up to 10th class, assume you finish 10th class, exactly give an account of how much time you are learning. Every day, what time you come to school? 9 o'clock. Class starts at 9. Up to what time? 3:30. Half an hour lunch break? Half an hour tea break in the between? All together, how many hours you are sitting in the class? 6 hours, right? And 200 working days maximum? In Kerala, that much is maximum. Because you get Band, Hartal, everything, no? Together, you will have 200 working days. So, 1,200 hours only you are sitting in the class. Yes or no? 1,200 hours you are sitting. Yes? Yes. How much? 200 into? Tell me how much? Eh? How many hours? 200 into 6. 200 into 6 is 1200. 1200 hours only you are sitting in the class. Correct, no? 1200 hours is equivalent to how many days? Divided by 24. 50 days, right? So in first class you studied only 50 days. Second class 50 days. Third class 50 days. So up to 10th class 500 days. 500 days, how many hours? How many years? Almost 1.5 years, right? No? So up to 10th class when you study, how many years you are studying? 1.5 years. Can you say that you studied 9 years? No, you have less than 1.5 years only. At home, how many hours you spend for study? 1 hour, 2 hours, not more than that. And younger age, when you are in first class, second class, third class, you must have never studied, right? Yeah. And sitting in the class also, these 1200 hours, are you fully concentrating? Most of the students don't concentrate. Don't listen. When the teacher comes to the class also, you will start discussing. Right? That's why most of the teachers are beggars. They keep on begging, please listen, please listen. Because they know that you are not concentrating. You are concentrating somewhere else. As you sit in the class, you start looking at different places, listening different things. Whatever happens outside is more interesting to you than what happens in the class. And therefore, if you are sitting for 6 hours in the class, you are only able to concentrate 3 hours only. Not more than that. Half of the time you don't concentrate. So really study does not happen there. Even during that time you are enjoying. And outside this, now when you live up to 60 years, 20 years sleeping. Now 10 years when you finish 10th class, it's only 1.5 years. If you take post-graduation, not in one, as many subjects as you want, complete your graduation, do either MBBS or engineering or do a PhD, all the time exactly you count and see how much you are spending. That will become not more than 3-4 years in your life. With all the degree which I have not spent more than 6 years in my life on studies. I have an MSc, MPhil, PhD, LLB, MBA, MS and almost every therapies which you can think of I have learned. All that together I have not spent more than 10 years. Academic maybe 6 years and non-academic another 4 years. And every moment as soon as I get in the bus from Payyanur bus stop today up to here, I read about Vivekananda. Every moment if I get time I start reading. But with all that non-academic interest which I have on learning also, I never spent more than 4 years in my life. I am only 45. So when I live 40 years, I have an account how much time I have wasted in my life. I have seen in my childhood I have wasted more than 10 to 15 years. And if we sleep 20 years, we are not doing anything. We are sleeping for ourselves, selfish. 20 years people are selfish. Are we sleeping for our father, mother, brother, sister, kids? Can we do that? We are sleeping for ourselves, right? And you know how much time Chidambaram, the Home Minister, sleeps? 3 hours. And he is almost every time energetic. And people keep teaching that you have to sleep 8 hours. If you don't have any other time, sleep 24 hours. But if you have time to do something else, you will not find time to sleep. That's what, who said? Abdul Kalam said. Abdul Kalam says, dream is not when you sleep and what you see in the sleep. Dream is what you see when you are awakened. So try to dream as much as you can. That means you don't have sleep. If you have to do a wonderful job tomorrow, interesting thing tomorrow, you have to go for a picnic tomorrow, you will not get sleep today night, right? That means only when you have something to do, you will not get sleep. Therefore, most of the days you don't have anything to do. You keep planning many things in your life. Every day you will be able to be active throughout your life. And if you are not active now, you can never be active in your life. You are much more intelligent than anybody else in this world. Generally, young students up to 18 years are the most intelligent people in the world. After 18, the grasping power goes less. You take one sloka or some music and you try to by heart, give it to your parents and ask them to by heart. Who will do it first? You will do it first. So who is more intelligent? You are more intelligent. But are you doing it? Using it? You are not using it. The number of words which a small child at 6 years can learn is 6,000. Up to 6 years, children learn 6,000 words. Up to 18 years, another 12 years, children will learn only 6,000 words. Not because they don't have the ability, but your interest in doing things comes down most of the time. Perseverance comes down. You start using only what you know, not more than that. You will not learn extra. How many of you spend half an hour at least to read newspaper every day? I am seeing rarely few hands, maybe 1%, 2%, very bad. Every day you get newspaper at home. Most of the people in Kerala buy newspapers, and that's what most of the newspaper agencies try to advertise. But I'm sure many pages are not read, except the Maranagolam, Niryan. Old people will start reading it and see that, oh, my picture is not there, so I am not dead. Because that is how they live, with no influence, no effect, no social life. They live just for eating and dying, that's all, nothing else. Useless people. What do you do? Yeah, I am living, that's all. What do you do? Nothing. And is it being a social being? No. Your life is to live in this world. Show that you are living. When I die, my son also will keep me on the firewood. Before firing, he will ask me a question. Vayuranilam amritamadedam basmantam shariram om kritos marakritam smarami. Vayuranilam amritamadedam basmantam shariram om kritos marakritam smarami. 3 times he is supposed to ask. He is asking the dead body. My son will ask my dead body. Will the dead body answer? Why they are asking? The Indian tradition asks the son to ask his father. When he keeps the dead body on the fire, before firing, the son is supposed to ask the dead body. Why? Because he has to ask himself when he is young. Realize the value of life, not at the time of death, but before that. What is the value of life? Why do you live in this world? To eat, to get a certificate, to get a job, to construct a house, and to reproduce and have some more children, make them also similar. Every dog can do that. Every animal does it. Every ant is better than human being. You know that? Small ant is better than human being in physical strength, in coherence. If hundreds of, I remember when I was BSc first year student, I was called to Kannur school. In near Payyanur, there is a school to inaugurate a mathematics association. When I was a BSc first year student, I was the chief guest. Because the school authorities came to invite the principal. The principal said, there is one Dr. Shashikumar, he is better than me, you take him. That time I remember telling the story of ants who knows mathematics. When ant moves in a line, you remove one of the ant. All the other ant will start searching the other fellow. Because they know one of their company is missing. They have that much brilliance. Much more brilliant than all of us. You have seen squirrel. You know what squirrel? When squirrel jumps from one plantain leaf to another plantain leaf, you must keep watching it. The squirrel will start jumping. Trying to jump, the plantain leaf will start dancing, swinging, and the squirrel get worried whether it will fall, and it comes back, and again it will go, again it will come back, and after some time it knows it will not fall. During that time it just jumps, and it can jump nearly 6 to 7 feet. The squirrel is very small. It can jump 7 feet. How many of us can jump 7 feet? From that sort of a place to that sort of a place. And that plantain leaf also will start swinging, and it runs very fast. Without falling, it will jump. And that path of jump is called a trajectory motion. It knows physics much better than any of the missile scientists in the world. A squirrel knows mathematics much more than physics, much more than, and it can apply that in his life. The squirrel can apply and then use it. How many of us are good in using what we know? You learn most of the mathematics, physics, chemistry. Are you applying it, using it in your life? I'm sure zoology people will use it for cutting mutton in the house. And botany people will use it for cutting leaf. Now easily you can make layers. If you know botany well, when you make vandaka upperi, you can cut it in nice, small slice. What is the use? Why do you learn all this? If you don't know why do you learn, if you don't know why do you live, then your interest in life, the interest in learning becomes useless. And you will not have no interest. You're feeling dull. You don't know why you are living. And you ask your parents why you are living, they will also not know. They will say, I am living for you. Many of the parents live there for kids. എൻ്റെ ജീവിതം ആകെ തൊലച്ചു നിനക്ക് വേണ്ടി എന്നൊരു അവസാനം നിങ്ങൾ തോറ്റു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതാ പറയാം. ആകെ തൊലച്ചു എന്ന് ചോദിക്കണം. അപ്പോൾ did you spoil the whole life? Because did you produce me at the day you took birth? No. You took birth much later when you were 30 years. So 30 years what are you doing? Ask them back. And do you sleep for the kids? And ask the same parents. I have seen parents who comes for counseling to me. My son is very bad in mathematics. Somebody came to me when I was in Delhi. The parents brought the child and then said, very bad in mathematics. How much mark? 20% only is getting. What are you doing? I am an income tax officer. Okay, what is your qualification? MSc mathematics. Great, yeah. Father is MSc mathematics and the kid doesn't know mathematics. Then I asked the son, father, which are the chapters they have to learn in the 9th class? No, that and all I don't know. Have you opened your child's textbook? No, that is not, I did not do that. It's all teacher's job. And what is your job? No, make money for my child, that's all. Give protection for my child, that's all, nothing else. You can give contract to somebody. If this is what is required, you can pay money and then put them in a hostel. As a father, you have more responsibility. What happens is, we don't know how to live in this world, we don't know why we are living in this world, we don't know why we are studying a subject. I keep asking questions. I don't know last time whether I asked you a question or not on mathematics. Physics. You can ask questions yourself. Why I am learning this? Why I am doing this? Learn from the nature. Learn from every place where you can. Try to understand. Try to use it. Try to teach others. The best way to learn is to teach others. Only difference between human being and animal is learning and teaching. Vivekananda says education is man-making. Education is? Who says this? Vivekananda. Not man or woman. Both are same. Generally proverb contains either man or woman. Both are same. Men are cruel but the man is kind. It doesn't mean women are not cruel. Okay. So Vivekananda says education is for man-making. Learning and teaching is for man-making. Only human being can do that. What is the difference between human being and animal? Learning and teaching. Because no dog will take class, no dogs will sit like this in the class. Only human being conduct classrooms, right? No? Classroom learning is only for human being, for nobody else. So, if you cannot read and learn, you are an animal. You can decide which animal you are. But definitely you are an animal. Ask your parents, what did you learn today? Ask, yesterday was Sunday, right? No? Ask your parent, what did you learn? They will say nothing. Which animal you are, you should ask. Ask yourself for which animal you are. When you live, every day you must learn something. Learning doesn't mean from textbook. Learn from the nature. Learn from the paper. Read newspaper. You will know 101 things about this world. Read the advertisement of a camera. There will be 3.5 megapixel. Don't just read. Ask what is megapixel. Until you get the answer, don't stop. If you keep doing it at your age now, I'm sure when you come to my age, you will become much more better than me. Ask questions every moment, every time. Whenever somebody is there, keep discussing with him. Keep learning from them. No extra brain. Everybody has same brain. But only thing you are not using it. Brain is like a rubber band. You use more and more, it has got more elasticity. If you don't use it, loses its elasticity. Most of the people live a vegetable life or an animal life, but not a human being life. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maidunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nrunam Pashunam, Nanam Naranam, Adigo Vishesho, Nane Bihina, Pashubit Samana. Ahara, Nidra, Bhayam, Maidunani. Maidunam is sex. Aharam, you know. Nidra, you know. Bhayam, you know. You have. Samani, Chaitani, Nranam Pashunam. Maidunam is sex. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maidunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam Pashunam. Nranam is human being, Pashu is animal. For both these are equal. Nanam Naranam, Adigo Vishesho, Nane Bihina, Pashubi Samana. Knowledge is extract to human being, and if you don't have knowledge, you are equal to an animal. So every day, try to learn something. If you are not learning, you are an animal. Don't try to be an animal in this world. And where to learn? Everywhere. Whatever you can, keep learning. How do you learn? Only when you have concentration. Why you don't have concentration? Because you have no interest. As simple as that. If you have interest, you will have concentration. And how do you get interest? What for it is being applied? Why I am learning this? You must know that. When you go for picnic, do you have interest? Yes. When you go for movie, do you have interest? Yes. Is there any concentration problem? Is there anybody who says, no, I am not able to follow what is happening in the cinema? You are able to have full concentration. When the heroine opens the door, you will also see who is coming there. So much involved with the movie. When you sit in the class, are you eager to know what the teacher is going to say next moment? Let her say or whatever they want to know. Who is bothered about? When you read the textbook, and you know when you see a movie, nearly 100 frames in 1 second, 100 pictures in 1 second. Put them together is what is movie, right? Many pictures together. How many? 100. Average 100. There could be 130, there could be 60 also. Old films have less. That's why you see flickering. New movies have digital and many frames comes. And nearly 100 frames will come. And out of 100 frames, in 1 second, so 1 minute, how many frames? 6,000, right? Yes. And in 1 hour, how many? 3,60,000. And 2 hours, 7,20,000. So in 2 hours, when you see a movie, how many pictures are you seeing? 7,20,000. You take one picture from that and put on a poster. No film name is required. You will tell this is from this movie, right? So in front of you, in 2 hours, 7,20,000 pictures, and you are able to recognize each one of them. Are you not great? Yes. Don't you have memory? Yes. Don't you have buddhi? Yes. You have everything. But take your physics textbook and show a page. Which textbook is it? I seen somewhere, I don't know. Why? Because you are not picturizing it with interest. You must picturize with it interest. The best way is look at the textbook. The last person who sits in the center, please stand up. You don't have to turn back. He knows. The row. The last row, please stand up. The center person, you yourself. Yeah, just stand up. Come here. Center person, he is in center, no? Right? Come here, fast, run. Fast. If you become slow, I will make you to run 3 rounds. Fast. You don't listen. Which class you are? Come here. Which class you are? 11th. You tell me first chapter in physics. Anyone? Gravitation. Gravitation. Next chapter. Same. In the next chapter. After gravitation. Is it gravitation? Yes. Yes. Next chapter.
Properties of bulk matter.
Properties of?
Bulk matter.
Which one?
Bulk matter.
Bulk matter. Okay. Next.
Next is surface tension.
Surface tension. Next. Only 3 chapters are there? Do you have more chapters or only 3 chapters? You have textbook with you?
Yes.
How much is the cost of that? Who has written that book? NCERT.
NCERT.
And there is a preface which says what? For students, for teachers, and something will be written. Did you read that anytime?
Yes.
Read?
Yes.
You read the chapter headings.
Yes.
Okay. So what you should do is, when you read the chapter heading, the first chapter is gravitation, right? Second chapter is
Properties of
properties of bulk matter. You must know why gravitation first,
one more chapter, thermodynamics also.
thermodynamics is there after that. And you must see why first chapter is first chapter, not second chapter is first chapter. Did you ever think about the chapters like this? Why it is first chapter, yeah? Why not second chapter? If you change, what will happen? Continuation will be lost. If you know that, you are understanding the subject first. Learn the chapter. Why is it like this? Do you have veranda in the beginning, center, or bedroom in the first? You must enter veranda, then only enter the hall, then only go to the dining hall. Correct, no? There is an order. If you just make it reverse, will you be able to enjoy the house? When you go to a house, don't you ask these questions? Where is veranda? Where is bedroom? Where is bathroom? Where is toilet? You will learn, right? No? When you learn your textbook, keep asking this question. Okay? So learn the textbook first, then learn the chapters. You understood? Learn the how is it modified. You know when you make a textbook, when somebody makes a textbook, when we sit in committee for making textbooks, we start asking, why this chapter? Why in 9th class physics this chapter is required or not? You know, after making the textbook also, every year the committee sits to think again, is it true? Is it correct? Did we do a mistake? You know how much money is being spent by government to decide each chapter, each sentence in that will be read. Not like a Kerala textbook making committees where they make a lot of mistakes, I think. Very casual, very unpleasant things are written. They think. Hours together committees are met, dragging people from different part of the country, the best experts. And you don't care. For whom it is written? For yourself. If you want to appreciate the subject, look at the textbook and then see how it is organized. Organization of the textbook. Read the preface. You waste a lot of time in your life, right? When you are free, don't read the chapters, don't read science, don't read maths, don't read social studies, but read the preface. When you are free, casual time. Don't see the serial and all that. Waste of time. I am seeing Adi Parashakti is going and asking address of somebody. Where are these people staying? Where are these people staying? No? The God himself doesn't know where people are staying. Are they that blind? And people will keep on seeing it from morning till evening, nothing else. And they think that this is God. Foolish people are. Never waste your time in seeing any of the serial in your life. Take a pledge if you want to be good in your life. I am not against programs in TV or programs but very bad. Lot of entertainment programs, music programs, and somebody is singing. Many people are punching their daughter and son at home. Why you are not singing? If you sing, we could have gone to the TV. Because they can't sing, they have had their kids to sing. I am not against any of the art programs. I am not against any music, drama, nothing. But it must be creative. Not two people perform and lakhs of people waste their time looking at it. The art is to enjoy. Games are to play. Unless you enjoy music, I am not sure whether how many of you enjoy music and you can sing. How many of you know that what is Dhira Shankarabharanam if I ask? And which Melakarta Ragam is that? And why Dhira Shankarabharanam has got the name Dhira? Why is it 27th Melakarta Ragam? And which number system is used for naming it? Which mathematician used for naming it? Kadapayadi number system is used extensively in naming every name in the music textbook. Read music textbook, second chapter. You will know Kadapayadi number system. That must be the inquisitiveness as a student when you look at program. Not like a Shudra who doesn't work. The head does not work, only leg works for Shudra. Your Uttar Pradesh should work, not Madhya Pradesh alone. Madhya Pradesh will work, eat and digest, nothing else will happen. That's not enough. If you want to be a good student, your brain should work. And that is why the students have to be creative. That is why people say that at Brahma Muhurtam you should wake up. Brahma is the Lord of creativity. Brahma is the Lord of creativity. And if you start praying Brahma, you will become more creative. Not just praying. Who is Brahma's wife? Saraswati. So you must keep Saraswati first, then Brahma will come behind. If you keep only Saraswati, Brahma will take her away also. If you don't invite Brahma without Saraswati, Saraswati will not stay at your home. If you want education, you must be creative. And if you have only education, not creative, it's like keeping Saraswati without Brahma. Brahma will come and take your education back. If you don't use your knowledge will run away. And many students only learn, read in the brain but not in the manas. There is a difference between learning in manas and learning in buddhi. You know what is the difference? Do you know the way to go home? Is it by heart for you? It is there in your manas? Do you think before reaching, is it my house? Is it the way to my house? Do you think? Why? You know that. That's the answer, right? No? If some question in physics is asked, you'll have to think. Why? Because you kept it in your brain but not in your manas. Keep that in your manas. When you keep it in your manas, you will have interest. You will not have to ask anybody. No doubt on that. As when you reach home, you don't know whether this is my house or this is not my house. Is it my mother? Is it not my mother? Do you have to match it? Take some time to understand. So casual, so accidental, so incidental, you don't have to take pain at all. Similarly, education becomes so non-painful to you, you will enjoy it and it becomes casual for you if you start learning through your heart. Who can take you to heart? Teachers have to teach it with the heart, with the feeling, with the manas. I am sure each word what I am telling is reaching into your manas. You are not thinking. Because I am not making to think. Because I am not thinking when I speak. If somebody connects me an electroencephalograph, which is the machine for testing the brain. Electroencephalograph like ECG, EEG is for brain testing. I have been put under experiment. My brain was connected while I was giving lectures. Not in this subject, any subject. Let it be mathematics or computer science. When I teach, I have been tested. I go to Nidra, Samadhi, meditation and connect this and then ask me questions, I will answer. Brain will not work. No, brain is dead. There is no brain, then only it will work. Buddhi is not that. You don't require buddhi to learn. What you require is manas to learn. You have interest, you will learn it. When you go for picnic, do you use your buddhi? You have interest and then you learn it, right? When you have music to learn, do you use your buddhi? No. It's in your manas. When you read physics or mathematics or social studies, you must have interest in that. And every subject is connected. Social studies connected to maths, history connected to geography, economics. History is connected to geography, therefore geography is connected to maths, therefore maths is connected to geography and history. Every subject, anything you can learn if you have manas for that and then try to learn it. And when you have it in manas, the advantage is you will talk only that. When you go for movie, two friends goes for movie, as soon as you come out, what do you discuss? About the movie. As soon as you attend a class, English class, after the English class, do you discuss English with your friends? No. Why? Because you don't carry it in your manas. Before attending the class, you will tell your friends that I am going to attend this class today. Who bothers? When you go for a movie, don't you tell your friends that I am going for this movie? You must tell like that. If you have interest, if you keep it in your manas, you will tell this. No teacher can teach you more than 25%. 25% knowledge will be given in the class, not more than that. Let be the best teacher in the world. No. Every teacher will give you knowledge only 25% because they know only 25% or 50%. Average. Not in the lower classes when you reach at higher classes, 9th, 10th, 8th and all that. If some teachers, if you ask question, they will also not be able to answer. The person who asks question also knows only that much, not more than that. 25% only you will get. But 25% you can learn yourself. And 25% you can learn when you discuss with your friends. You have to have discussions with your friends. Acharyat padam adatte padam shishya swamedaya padam sa brahmacharibhya padam kalakramena cha. Traditional knowledge is also like that. When nice teachers who practice whatever they teach, they practice. Mathematics teacher should practice mathematics. Do they practice mathematics? Yeah, they should practice. Then only that becomes 100%. Every chemistry teacher should see an atom with a naked eye, not with zoomed microscope or electron microscopes. You must be able to visualize. Can you visualize this? Did I tell you last time? Atom? No? Jalandhara gade bhanu yat sushmam drishyate rajaha tasya trimshattamo bhagaha paramanu riti spradaha. Size of an atom is explained. Take a bucket of water, put a torchlight, you will see small particle moving. Don't you see? In a dark room when light comes, don't you see particle moving? It is not dust. It is called rajaha. Take the purest of the purest water, put a torchlight, you will see particle moving there. What is it? It's atom. How many atoms? 30 atoms put together. Tasya trimshattamo bhagaha paramanu riti spradaha. Divide that into 30 pieces, you get one atom. If you cannot see, the next stanza will tell. Jnaninam drishtigojaraha vivirullake കാണാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും പറയും കാണാൻ പറ്റും അല്ലേ? വിവരമുണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. See, that is how you understand, learn. Can you measure the thickness of small paper? Thickness of a normal paper which you have in your notebook. How do you do that? Put a bunch of papers together and divide by number of pages, right? Very simple. And you get 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 3, whatever number you have. But you can visualize it. If you cannot visualize, you are not practical knowledge. Don't have practical knowledge. You must have practical knowledge where you apply this. Feel for the subject, then you will start using it. Talk to your friends. Keep on telling what you have learned. If you can teach somebody, then you are learning the subject double. Every moment try to teach somebody else in your life. When you enjoy this, then you are enjoying the subject. As soon as one chapter is over, how do you finish? Before coming to the class, read once. You know what is going to be taught next day, right? Read once. After reading, go to the class. Your concentration will become double. Because you already read some things you know, and the teacher is going to say the same thing. Whatever teacher says, you will start judging, criticizing, comparing, analyzing. All this will happen, and you will also feel, oh, I don't understand like what my teacher understands. Sometimes you will feel, this teacher doesn't know anything, I know much better than that. Because you already read it, right? Don't trouble your teachers. It's for you. And after the teacher finished the class, you are not the only person who is reading. Your friend also will read, right? And come. Then before the teacher comes to the class today, when before I came, what did you discuss? You are all talking. What are you talking? Is there anything which you talk related to the subject? You talk something else, right? Why? Because you have no interest in that. You are not keeping. Almost every time, as soon as the class is over, before the class starts, you keep talking to your friends as soon as you meet them, right? Some subject other than what you are supposed to study. Assume you are a good student, what you will discuss? Only subject. I remember standing in the queue for ticket booking in Trichy railway station maybe few years back. Because there 8 o'clock the counter opens and you have to be there at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And I came from somewhere else and I happened to be in the railway station, so I just stood in the queue. So 3 hours people will wait in the queue, and every moment you will start looking at watch and say that no, the time is not up, it's not 8 o'clock, I don't know when it will open. You know it is going to open, but still you keep on talking this only, nothing else. That's there in your mind, nothing else. I saw 2 students in front of me discussing on aerodynamics. So fantastic. So 2 wonderful students discussing about how the plane waves are, the plane waves are going and how it is dragging, how it is lifting. What is the shape of the plane? How is it manufactured? All these discussions. I happen to be from aerodynamics background, fluid mechanics, and then I also got involved. We never knew that 8 o'clock. 3 hours went past just like that. Full interest on discussions. If you don't have a subject, what you will do? Your life becomes boring. If you have something to do, life never becomes boring to you. And after some time you will think, what did you do? Wasted time, right? So when your friend also reads, you also read. When you sit in the class, you start discussing about the subject. Once you discuss about the subject, that subject becomes yours again. You read and understand something, your friend will read and understand something else. When you discuss, you understand double. And with that background, you are sitting in the class. As soon as the teacher goes, you will start discussing. I told you like this, but what teacher said is different. And you will start discussing only about subject again. You will start fighting for what the teacher says. Yes or no? And one chapter is over, what you should do is, as soon as one chapter is over, prepare a question paper. Each one of you are good in preparing question paper, right? Is it difficult? Very easy to prepare question paper. But not that easy. As the teachers, they spend a lot of time in preparing question paper. But each one of you can prepare question paper. Prepare a tough question paper for your friend, not for you. Okay? Prepare a question paper, give it to your friend. And friend also will prepare a question paper and give it to you. Don't answer it when you can read at home. Up to 10:30, 11 o'clock, don't answer it. After 11 o'clock, when you feel sleepy, take that question paper, start answering. Will you get sleep? Tomorrow you have to give this answer sheet to the friend. You will, full concentration, you will sleep, read. And you will also answer it. Because you have to prepare for answering, that you will finish, and don't cheat yourself. Don't look at the textbook and then start answering. Okay? As if you are sitting in the exam hall with full concentration, no diversion. Don't even go for taking water. Keep a water bottle there. Before that, you keep on washing your face, wash your legs, wash your hands. That's the best way to become more energetic. Wash your legs. Very, very important. If you don't wash your legs, you are not going to be energetic. Wash your legs, wash your face. While washing face, automatically your hands are wet. If you want to be awakened for reading, that's the best way. Some people, when I was a student, I used to keep my legs inside water. Take a bucket of water, keep my legs inside that. That's the best way to get energized. In Kerala, you can do that, but people in Delhi cannot do that. That will get frozen. Okay, but in Kerala, we have got wonderful climate. You can keep your legs. Nothing is going to happen to you. You'll become more and more energetic. Okay, if it is too cold, put some warm water for you. That can also energize you. Your hands and legs have to be wet every now and then so that you can study well. And after that, once you start answering the question, you are learning it double. You are ready for exam. Every day you are ready with one chapter exam. As you finish, decide, I am going to prepare a question, you should also prepare and come tomorrow. That will be the discussion between your friends. And give that answer sheet to your friend next day. Take the answer sheet from your friend next day. Take a red ink pen. Be teachers. You yourself is a teacher. Start correcting every answer. How do you correct? Every spelling mistake you will see, grammar mistake you will see, points are there or not you will see. If no points, you will start writing, this point is missing, this point is missing. You are reading somebody's answer sheet, right? Have you ever read somebody's answer sheet? When you read somebody's answer sheet, you are learning how to write exam perfectly. You will learn, okay, this is how we should write. This is how we should write. Read different answer sheets. Start correcting it. Give the corrected answer sheet to the friend next day. And you will start fighting with your friend. I have written it correct. Why did you mark this wrong? You have written it correct. Why did I wrong? So you will start fighting. For what you are fighting? For learning. and your learning becomes interesting. Will it not be? So try to practice this from every day, from today onwards. You can wake up early morning now? Done? Your class becomes interesting? Your time of leisure becomes only learning and with happiness. You can enjoy doing it. If you do this, by finishing 1 year of study, you would have written nearly 200 exams. Correct? Will you have worry in writing exam after that? If every day you do cycling, will you have worry in riding cycle? If you don't, then you have a problem. So if you write exam every day, you go to exam hall, the teachers will give you option answer only 5 out of 10. You will answer all the time. It's not difficult to write exams. If you know everything, it is not difficult. If you don't know anything, it is not difficult. You are somewhere in the middle, that is why it is difficult for you. If you don't know cycling, you will say, no, I don't know cycling, I am not going to ride, right? Will you fall? You will never fall. If you know cycling, will you fall? You will not. So somewhere in between is this problem. So if you learn and you have decided to learn, correct, no? You are already in the school. ഈ വേഷമൊക്കെ കെട്ടിങ്ങോട്ട് വരുന്നില്ലേ ഇല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? നന്നായിട്ട് അഭിനയിക്കണം. If you perform well as a student, you will perform well as an employee tomorrow. If you perform well as an employee, you will become a good father and mother tomorrow. If you are a good daughter, you are going to be a good mother. If you are a good son, you are going to be a good brother and father tomorrow. If you are not good today, tomorrow you cannot change yourself. So one small exercise for you. You have different roles in your life, right? What are the different roles you have? You are a daughter, you are a student, you are a sister, you are a brother, you are a friend, you are a neighbor. Different roles which you have. In a society, you are in a house, you have a neighbor, right? So you are a neighbor. How good a neighbor you are? You are not a good neighbor. Have you done anything for your neighbor in your life? See? It's not being social in this world. If you don't do this, and your parents don't do this, then tomorrow you will never do this for anybody else. You must be a good neighbor. You must be a good citizen. You must be a good student. How good a student you are? Are you 100% good students? If you give a mark for yourself, not the marks which you get in the exams, don't worry about it. Are you doing as a student is supposed to do 100% good? Yes or no? No. How many of you will get 100% as a student? Lift your hands up. Kannurikarakka satyasandhadayullavaraanu sammadichu. How many of you get 80% and above? People again see whether he is 80, then I am 80. Why do you look behind? Yeah? If you are courageous, tell the answer. How many of you are good? Above 60% good. Lift hands, full hands, all on a sudden. It should not be very slow in actions. Good. 60% in the book. Do you think you have to improve it? When you start evaluating, you will understand I have to become 100%. So today's date is on what? 18th. Take a table, not this table. Make a table on the paper, right? Make a table on the paper. One column you write activity. Second column you write 18th January 2009. It should change your life. Write below student. How much percentage mark you get? It's like your marks card. Okay? Write 60% there. 50% there. Some students are 20%, 0% also sometimes. Write down how much you get. And next column, after 10 days, you write another column. 28th. You start measuring yourself how good a student you are. Don't you feel that you have to change? Yes or no? Yes. Not yes like this. Yes. Not enough. Yes. See, you don't answer like this when you ask first time. This is the biggest problem people have. You have to be kept on asking. Then only you will answer. Clap once. How do you clap when you have handkerchief in your hand? Even that you don't shift. Whenever something is to be done, you have to do it sincerely, 100% good. The clapping is enough to evaluate the students. the discipline in the college, in the school? Clap once. When I put my hand up, clap it. When I put it down, stop it. Okay? Try. Good discipline. Wonderful. When you do anything, do it sincerely, 100%. You can make a difference in your life. When you study, do it 100%. As a student, evaluate yourself and see whether you are 100%. How many of you are 100% good daughters and sons? Are you 100% good? You may evaluate and give a mark on 18th January. Give another paper, same way written. Give it to your father. Give it to your mother. Ask mother to evaluate husband. Ask mother to evaluate you. How good a daughter you are. Amma, how much mark you will give me? As a daughter, they will say 0. Why? You are not studying well. Then ask back. How did you study? I will give you 0. Correct, no? They should also study. Best way is every day, whatever you study, whether physics, maths, chemistry, zoology, doesn't matter, go and teach your parents. Okay? Every day. You can teach that? Is it difficult? Ask them, sit there, I am going to teach you now. Every day take 2 hours of tuition to your mother, father, everybody. Okay? Before exam, you write exam, give the same question paper to father, mother, ask them to write. They will never tell you that why you are not getting marks. Correct now? Will they? If they tell you why 60%, you ask them why 20% for you. You tell them I will get double marks what you are getting. If you get 50, I will get 100, you tell. They will stop asking you questions. Why you are not getting? They will say no problem, you get whatever you want. Tell them it is not easy to study physics, maths and all. Earlier it was very easy. Earlier there was no other job. Today we have to do many things. You have to use cell phone, you have to SMS, you have to chat with your friends, you have to go for movie, you have to see TV. Now we have to eat. Earlier eating was only once or twice. Now today 3-4 times and time pass eating after that. Like no, there is sufficient time. People say I am very busy, but people eat time pass eating. All the gas items filled together and 3 chips inside that. And eat inside, you feel gas inside. Stupid people. Only Madhya Pradesh, not thinking about Uttar Pradesh at all. This keeps on going. Time pass reading is not there. Time pass learning is not there. You don't enjoy. Nice food you enjoy. Different colors, different smell. All the nasty smelling things you will put nice masala on that and make wonderful smell. Because nose is just above the mouth. Before eating you have to smell it. And inside below that you have got 1 inch tongue only. Some people have longer tongue. How much part of your tongue will understand the taste? Little bit. 1/4 inch only. And for that 1/4 inch you make all this nasty business of cooking for 2 hours with all the spices inside. And the whole body, 36 feet the food will go inside your body. That start cursing you. Oh, this fellow is dumping every dead body. Shavam dinarli, don't you eat shavam? Non-vegetarian? And the nasty smelling fish. The fish is the dirtiest animal in the world which eats only dirtiest thing in the world. When you get a cut, if you have pus, go and put your hand inside the water, the fish will eat that and you eat that fish. Is it not nasty? And every fish dies without getting air. It dies without getting air. And those who eat fish will have the same worries, same tension, same anger as the fish has while dying it. Because every disease gets transferred through blood. If you have disease, only blood test is enough to understand what disease you have. Similarly, the fish will have all the tension. And the blood will have all the chemistry which it has. And when you eat that fish, you also carry the anger, you also carry the anxiety, you also carry the tension. You also carry the stress. The stress is not on studies because what the food you eat will determine what character you have. That science is called microbiotics or Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. Both are same. The modern science is called microbiotics. The title says you are what you eat. Your character depends on what you are eating. You are not only eating meat, you are drinking blood, because the whole blood is clotted inside that meat. And therefore all the diseases. You don't know when you are eating a chicken whether the chicken has kidney problem or cancer. Yes or no? And you eat that chicken without knowing that with all the blood inside, 80% of the meat contains blood, only 20% will go out. And when you eat, you get the disease what the animal has also. What for? What for? Is it not to get strength? People say that no, it gives you strength. And elephant is much more stronger. It's a pure vegetarian. And you love to touch an elephant. Do you love to touch a lion? A tiger? Just because it is non-vegetarian, you can't touch it. Similarly, if you have a non-vegetarian beside you, don't touch them. They are cruel people. They get angry very fast. They also bite you sometime. Again, if you want to eat non-vegetarian, I will give you a prescription. I am a very bad non-vegetarian. I was a very bad non-vegetarian. I ate dog, I ate snake, I ate almost every animal in the world. Because when we go to China and Hong Kong and such places for lectures and classes, they give nice sandwich, halwa. The inside the bread, they have got a sandwich that's like a halwa. And that halwa is a mixed meat sandwich. Mixed meat is anything which is dead is a meat. It could be human being also. In China, you get a nice supermarket, like pickles we have, they have a nice meat shop. Every supermarket they have small bottles. You know what is it? The chopped brain of an unborn kid. And people eat that. And you can also eat that. Because if you are eating non-vegetarian, eat the best non-veg food. And the best non-veg food is the dead body of the best animal, and the best animal is human being. And the best animal could be the closest relative of you. When they die, don't leave that dead body. Make it nice curry and eat for a few days. Put it in the fridge. Because no difference between the dead body of an animal after death, it is never called human being, it is called a shavam. Let it be a human being or let it be an animal, it is called a shavam, dead body only. One single name only. Why I am trying to say is, if your brain has to work, if your buddhi has to work, you should not have tension, you said. Your chemistry should be normal in your stomach. You should never have worry. And if your chemistry produced by your liver has to be good, your food has to be good. Eat energetic food. That's why you are not responding. You are like a dead bodies. Nice vegetarian people, when they wanted to ask questions, they may not become angry, they may not become hungry, nothing will happen. But when questions are asked, they will become powerful. Because they know they are energetic. So be energetic. When some questions are asked, don't become like a dead body. Okay, you are what you eat. If you eat dead body, you become a dead body. Try to be smart, energetic, give answer very fast. And think. If you want to think, you must be having energy. High potential energy. Every seed which you eat is a high potential energy. When you eat one rice, it's a rice plant which you are eating. Yes or no? Because that seed, when it is going to grow, it is going to give much more energy to the plant. A small seed makes a big tree. So it has potential inside. When you eat, you are getting that potential. Then you get a lot of energy. You need not fill your stomach, but it should fill your brain. The food what you eat is to think, work, give more consciousness. It doesn't matter how much food you eat, the food has to be energetic. So raw, nice, good vegetable, that's what you should eat. Nice salad you make and eat. Don't eat ice creams. Ice cream is the most non-vegetarian thing in the world. Every dead body mixed together is put inside ice cream. Ice cream, salad, most of the chocolates have these problems. You become very fat very fast, but not good. So if you want to know the content of most of the food what you eat, look at beautywithoutcruelty.org. bwc.org, which runs from Pune. It's an organization. They have not even vegetarian, they call it veganism. They don't even drink milk. I don't drink milk. For last 25 years I have not drink milk. Only when tea or coffee is taken, somebody adds, I can't say no. So therefore I take it. Only in tea I take. Only during that time I have got milk inside that. Otherwise I don't drink milk. Human beings are the only animal who drinks milk throughout the life till death. And it drinks milk of every other animal. You take a calf, allow that when it is totally hungry, allow that to go and take milk from the cow. It will search for its mother. Let there be thousands of cow, it will search for its mother. Every cow can give milk, but it will not drink. If it don't see its mother, it will come back without drinking milk. But human being, wherever breast is there, you start drinking milk. Are we not a good animal or bad animal? Very bad animal. But what is extra in us? With all this dirtiness, we are good. Only if you become a good student. Keep on studying. That is the extra knowledge we should have. Let whatever happens, don't worry. Be a good student. Being a good student will rate being a good daughter. Your father and mother has to give you 100%. Only way is be a good student. You want to be a good student from today now onwards? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. This is second time I have to ask. This is the problem. You can answer first, but you do not answer first. Because somebody has to ask you, keep on asking. If your father have to keep on asking you to do something, you are not going to get 100%. The first instance, if you do it well, then you are going to get 100%. You want to be a good student or not? Yes! Wonderful. That should be the way. Okay? You should have this energy in you every moment. When mother or father calls, wake up and then run. Start doing the job. They will start thinking, what happened to this kid? Right now? Yes! Now what you should do is, what is your age now? Doesn't matter. What is your age? 13, 14, 15, doesn't matter. Now just close your eyes and think that you are 27, 28. Just think, how does it matter? Imagine that you are 25, 26, 27. Close your eyes and think. You don't have to talk for that. Close your eyes and think that you are 25, 26, 27 years. 10 years elder than you. Open your eyes. What's your age now? 37. Louder. 37. Every action you do at home, do it as if you are 27 years old. Understood? Yes. Will you throw your notebook? No. Will you throw your dress? No. Will you polish your own shoes? Yes. You will have a change in every action which you do. Your behavior will change. Your behavior with your sister, brother, guest at home, your neighbors, your mother, father, everything will change from now onwards if you decide that you have become matured, not small kids now onwards. That's the best way to behave well. And you know, your father and mother will start talking to their friends. You know, my daughter and son, they are much more elder than what their age is. They started behaving very well. Something happened to them. Don't they? Don't they? Yes! See, second time I have to ask. Because you can't do these things because you never practiced doing it. Most of my elder brothers and their wives and everybody are teachers. Okay? My eldest brother's wife is also a teacher. My brother is a teacher. Many of them are teachers. We have got nicknames for few of them. You know, some nickname is have you understood? Because in the class they keep on asking have you understood? They don't give time to answer. Do you follow? Do you follow? They keep on asking, but they don't give an answer. After do you follow, they should look at your face, right? To know whether you are answering or not. But that also becomes one continuous sentence. Answer. If you don't follow, stop. Ask questions. Learn every moment. You will enjoy learning, you will enjoy answering, and your everyday life becomes the happiest life. So change at home, that's first. Change in the school, that is next. Be a learner every moment. Exams are unimportant for you. You may fail or pass, doesn't matter. But you will become successful in your life. The problem is, getting into engineering or medicine is very easy. The other week I was in Medicity Hospital, one of the best hospitals in Hyderabad. They called me to give lectures to the doctors and nurses. I had 2 sessions, one for doctors and one for nursing students. The person who came took me to the ODM. By going, I just asked him, what student you are? He said MBBS. I said, which year? He said 8th year. 8th year MBBS? Yeah. He said 5 years he did not pass. So 6th year, 7th year, 8th year. Then I asked percentage of pass in the college. One of the best college. Medicity Hospital is one of the best college. In 5 years, only 30, 40, 50% passes. Out of 100 students, only 50 students will pass in 5 years. 6th year, another 10% will pass. So people take 8 years and some people discontinue. It's very easy to pass through the gate, get inside the campus. Once you are becoming +1, +2, you start joining for some course. You may become either MBA, and MBA students will start selling chocolate in the shops. No need. The qualification have no value today, I'll tell you. When I got a job after my PhD in Department of Space, I started learning CAD packages, computer science, in which the teacher was a BSc, just graduate. But he knows the subject perfectly well. It's important to have the knowledge of the subject. Second thing important is, what you know you must be able to present. A good communication skill. Brave. Whatever you want to say, you must be able to say at right time. Thinking capacity. Immediate action. And people need to be trained for that. It's not the knowledge which matters. What matters is your presence of mind. You know the Einstein's history on when he goes for talk, what happened? Heard the story? Einstein used to give wonderful lectures and he was invited to many places and many people doesn't know who Einstein is. Now only today we are seeing his pictures. Those days when he was alive, his pictures were not that famous. Instead of me, if somebody else comes also, you will listen him as Dr. Shashikumar, right? Because many of you don't know. Those of you know only will have make a difference, otherwise it does not happen. I remember when I came to Kerala to give a lecture on Bhagavad Gita 10 years back, from Ernakulam, NSS Kariyogam booked a ticket for me to Trivandrum. I just asked them book a ticket, after the class I have to go to Trivandrum. They booked a ticket and my age was 65 years. 10 years back. When I was 35 years, they booked a ticket saying that it is 65. Because they thought that if you want to give lectures on Bhagavad Gita, you have to be above 60. After old age only people will become this, no? People go to spirituality only when they don't have any other job. It's not true. We don't understand. So Einstein was not learned by many people. They don't know who Einstein is. And he was called for a lecture. And every day it happens. Many lectures in different places. And the driver who takes Einstein to the venue said, "Sir, you are giving same lecture every day. Yeah? I can also give lectures like this. Because I learned by heart at everything." Okay. So Einstein said, "Today, let you be Einstein. I will become your driver." Okay, so who was Einstein? Einstein became the driver and the driver became Einstein. And the driver got welcome. Einstein went and sat at the corner. Driver gave a wonderful lecture. Einstein got wondered. What a great man, yeah, he could by heart everything. Same question mark, same full stop, everything. We have got a lot of Swamijis giving lectures around. We see so many people. You listen to them, listen to Chinmayananda. Same full stop, same joke. Nothing new from them. They give lectures and then go. Same way the session was over, wonderful, everybody clapped. And somebody started asking question. Will the question be same everywhere? Questions will be different, right? No? Somebody asked a very, very difficult question. Einstein said, simple question, yeah, even my driver knows. Answer it. Correct, no? So who gave the answer? So that's how it is. So you can live in this world not with knowledge. What is that required? Presence of mind. Initiative. Madan Mohan Malviya, who was the creator of Varanasi Hindu Mahavidyalaya. He started the university during that time. Varanasi Hindu Mahavidyalaya. In which he wanted money from all the kings. He came to Hyderabad. Hyderabad Nizam was ruling the country. During that time, that place was another country. And then he asked for money. He came to a Muslim to take money for a Hindu Mahavidyalaya. But actually that is not teaching Hinduism. It is teaching metallurgy, physics, chemistry, every subject. I went there in 1984 to give a lecture. So I remember that is a wonderful university with a lot of science around it. And Nizam said, I am not going to give you money. I will give you money only if you change the name. Don't put Hindu there. Then he said, I will put a Hindu name, I will take money also from you. To whom he is telling? Nizam, who is the king in that country. Will anybody have that courage to tell? Madan Mohan Malaviya was a very courageous person. You know, they started arguing, fighting, verbal fighting. Nizam got angry, he just took his chappal and then thrown to him. Took the chappal and said, yeah, I got the money. Because Nizam's chappal is very costly. Right? He went to Charminar. In the evening, he has advertised. In the morning, this happened. He said, evening 4 o'clock, there is going to be an auction. Nizam's chapel. And Nizam used to collect everything from abroad. Okay? You have to go and see Nizam's. There is a nice gallery there. Everything what he collected is from abroad during that time. And this chapel, what he will do with one chapel? Nizam, he also had sent somebody, go and take the chapel back. Give as much money as you want. So who paid the money? Nizam. So you have to be like that. Be alert every moment. You can become wonderful. Don't worry, you are not a good student now. Tomorrow you can be a wonderful student. At your age, I am much worse than any one of you. I am much worse than any one of you. I am sure I was very, very, very bad student in my childhood. But I have decided after some time I am going to change. And that is the message. I am a message by myself. I am a message by myself. I show my own body and say that I was like this. I was a bad vegetarian. A very bad vegetarian. Eat every non-veg what I can. Very, very bad student. If the teacher want to say who is the bad student, one person only. Very simple answer they can give. And I used to be like that. I changed. If you want to change yourself, decide now, not later. Otherwise, after 60 years, what you have done? You start thinking you will lose your chance of correcting yourself. So every moment live, enjoy, and God will be with you. Udyamam sahasam dhairyam buddhi shakti parakramam shadhede yatra vartande devam tatra prakashayat. God will come to you and serve you. Not that you have to go and serve God. God will be with me all the time. You know when God will be with you? Udyamam, entrepreneurship. Sahasam, jump into action. Many people keep on planning, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. They do nothing. And they will die with all doing nothing. That's not enough. Udyamam, sahasam. The first day when you come to the class, what you will do? Nice notebook, nice margin, nice handwriting. Second page onwards. Kori molagu galatha poya. Must be very, very perfect in everything what you do. Every moment you must be good. Not that sometime you are good, sometime you are bad. Every moment, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, socially powerful. Udyamam, sahasam, dhairyam, buddhi, shakti, parakramam. What is parakramam? When somebody asks you something, if I open the hall to ask questions, if somebody want to ask questions, the other fellow, don't ask him. You keep on getting compressed by people. If you decide to do something, your father or mother said, don't do that. Slap them. I am going to do it. I have decided. Provided what you do is the right job. If your friend stops you from doing, don't allow them to stop. Go ahead. You must have that courage. But never feel in your life, whatever you do, tomorrow you should not feel, oh, I should not have done this. You understood? Many of us feel after doing, oh, I should not have done this. That is the biggest mistake. Never do anything which makes you to feel after some time, I should not have done this. Do it. Only do it if you are doing correct things in your life, which will make you to feel, yes, I have done a good job. Not that your father says you are a good girl or a good boy, you become a good boy or a good girl. When you tell yourself that you have done good. When I give lectures, maybe students will feel that I am great. That's not enough. My brother should feel that I am good. My father should feel, my mother should feel if they are alive. My wife should tell that I have got a wonderful husband. My kids should tell that I have got a wonderful father. All these are also possible sometimes. But I should feel every day, evening, before I go to sleep, yes, I have done good. You must feel great in this world. I remember Vivekananda, today morning I was reading. He says that I am a content India by myself. That's what he says. He says I am a content India by myself. I know everything about India, he says. Who can say that? Who can say this boldly that I am a condensed India? I have learned every part of India, every problem of India, every merit of India, every credit of India, every debit of India. I will know. If you have to tell, you have to learn. Learn every bit. And you can learn it only when you travel across this place. Know different people, different places. Many teachers will say, I have got 30 years of service. What service? Doing the same thing every day. 30 years of teaching mathematics, same subject. I remember when I was a student in Payyanur College, when somebody gave an equation of a circle. The teacher gave equation of a circle and equation of a line. Equation of a circle is not as a circle, it is given as x square plus y square is equal to some number, x plus y is equal to some number. That represents equation of a circle and line. But it is in algebra class. Therefore, you have to solve it. While trying to solve, you found that it will never solve. Because I was imagining that equation of circle means it's a circle and it's a line, it does not touch. If you do not touch, you don't get a solution, right? But it touches, it gives a solution. If it touches in 1 point, you get a solution. If it touches in 2 points, cross it, it gets 2. So once you get an algebraic equation, you must imagine that's geometry. Everything represents imagination, that's must. And that representation, once it's there in you, you start enjoying. And be creative, ask questions. A teacher is not a good teacher when gives classes. They are good when they give opportunity to ask questions. Now exactly 1.5 hours over and you have got time as much as you want to ask as many questions as you can. I'm very glad last time you had got a lot of questions. Okay, there was some space, etc., etc. Now the language. I'm seeing in Kerala most of the people are big failure. Wipro came for an interview taking people here and they could get only 4 people. They wanted 400 people. Only 4 people. It's not because technically you are bad. It's just because you don't have communication skill. You don't know how to present. It's more important to have good presentation skill, good response, very active. Whatever you can do, do it in the best style. And show people that you are doing good. It's not important that you are doing good most of the time. It's more important that to show that you are doing good. You must be very active. Whichever subject you are into. Doesn't matter whether physics or maths or chemistry or commerce or economics or whatever you do. You must have full confidence in what you do. Whatever you do, whatever you know, you must be able to tell that to people. If you are a good thinker but you can't present it, you can't do anything. Every person when he gets a PhD, the doctorate is given. The PhD is Doctor of Philosophy. Whether it is in maths or in language, whether it is in history or economics or English, you get Doctor of Philosophy. Why Doctor of Philosophy? Everything explanation is must. I understand this is what happens when I do a chemical reaction. I do a laboratory test. This is what I am seeing. This is what I am observing. But observing thing, I have to write it. My observation has to be documented and explained to people. The explanation is the philosophy part. So when somebody invents something, you have to write it and show to people. The invention part is not important. Showing to others is important. I will realize, oh, this is good, but somebody else have to explain it. That explanation part becomes only philosophical. So every person who wants to excel in life has to be slightly philosophical. He has to explain in terms that others will understand, in the language which others will follow. So communication skill is a must. Interaction is a must. Lot of question answers should come. You must be able to explain what you learn to your friend, so you are learning more. When you prepare a question paper, give it to your friend, they will answer, you are also answering, exchange the answer sheet. After that, take a red ink. Correct your friend's answer sheet. All spelling mistake, explanation mistake, this is not clear. You may be having clarity, you know the subject, but when you read it, when somebody else read it, those people who do not know, when they read it, they understand the subject or not. See, the question, you have an answer. It is not the teacher whether understands whether you are while you are writing. That's not important. A person who doesn't know the subject, when they read, will they understand the subject? That's important. You must explain in such a way that somebody who has got a background in this, who have got basic knowledge, will understand this. Some basic knowledge is must. Otherwise, every information is useless. You have a calendar at home, right? Calendar is useful only when you know the year, you know the month, you know the date, then you can see the week. If you don't know the year, month and date, will the calendar will become useful? If you know the week, you know the month and year and the week, date can be, there are 4 chances. First Monday, second Monday, third Monday, fourth Monday. But which Monday you should know, right? So you know that it is second Monday, therefore this is this date. So few information you require, then only the third information will come out. So while reading answer, who will understand? Who has few information will be able to understand it, provided you write it very clearly. So writing very clearly is a must if you want to perform well in exam. You write and you think that you have written well. Most of the teachers will correct it. They say correction, but they don't correct it. They will only put right and wrong. They say paper evaluation. That's correct. Paper correction is a wrong word. They don't correct it. Correcting means each sentence have to be corrected. This is not the way to answer. They have to write. Teachers cannot write it because they are evaluating many answer sheets, right? And teacher may understand it perfectly because they know the students. But when you read, whether you understand your friend's answer or not, try to test it. With a reading, try to say that, okay, this is not the way to answer. You write the answer back and give. This is how you have to get right answer. When you correct your friend or try to do this, your friend and you will start fighting tomorrow. You will say, no, I have written correctly, you are wrongly, and this is not the way to correct. You will start fighting. On which subject you will fight? You will fight on physics, maths, chemistry, all the subject which you have to learn, you will start fighting on that. Today, what are you fighting for? Today, what are you talking to each other? Time pass, jokes, unnecessary spending time, right? When you do this, you are going to use your time for a good purpose. And your friend will become your closest friend throughout your life because you taught them. You are good because your friend taught you. And you will enjoy your friends because they all together taught you. And this relation will never break. I remember when I was a BSc student, I used to write notes for my friend who left BSc final year after few months course, got a job in a bank and he joined in a bank. Those days there was no Xerox machine around. So every day when I sit in the class, I take a carbon sheet and write. And after every day evening, I will staple it, put it in a cover and then send it to him. He was in Palgad those days. From Payyanur I used to post. I was in Payyanur College, BSc. Even today, his closest friend after 25-27 years is me. He keeps telling everywhere, I passed BSc because of Shashi Kumar. You help your friend with some money, they will forget you. You help your friend by giving food, they will forget you. Once they feel hungry, they will forget. They will search who will give me next food. But once you give knowledge, people will never forget you. Have a good company. Try to educate your colleague, by which you are becoming very perfect in explaining things. You are trying to argue with the subject becomes yours. You are not learning through the brain, you will learn through the manas. You will keep it in your manas so that you will be able to explain it well to others. A person who can explain subject well is a person who learned. That's why teachers are much better, because they teach. If you want to teach, you must learn more. Just reading is not enough, they must understand. If you teach your friends, you understand well. So try to do this so that you will keep writing lot of exams. Every chapter, write an exam after that. Now how many days you have for your exam, public exam? You are in 12th and 10th, right? Not enough. Tell me yes louder. Yes. Yes. Your 9th and 11th class is much better. Louder. Yes. Very bad. Louder. Yes. No. I will say no. Say yes. Yes. Yeah. Very bad. Not enough. Tell girls first. Let us see who is good. Girls say yes. Louder. You should compete with them. Say yes.
Yes.
Very bad. I think they will win. Try once with the hands up. Yes. This is how you will say. Say yes. No, not enough. Which class you belong to? This group. 10th class girls, please raise your hands. Okay, we will have a competition between 10th and 12th girls. 12th class girls. Only 3-4? Okay, very few. Let me see who will. Half 12th or full 12th? Yeah. Lift your hands up, like this. Very good. 10th class boys. They are doubtful whether in 10th or not. Good. 10th class. 11th is not there. 12th, no? 12th class boys. Okay, let me see. So when I say 10th B, 10th boys should say 1. 10th boys, your number is 1. Okay? 10th boys, what's your number? 1. What 1 is this? 1 will run away from you. Say 1 louder. 1. Very bad. Your juniors are much better. 9th class and 11th class. Say 1 louder. 1. Great. Again. 1. That's it. 10th girls. Your number is 2. Say 2. 2. You want to go or what? No energy. Louder. 2. 2. Not enough. Loud. 2. Say 2. 2. You want to kneel down here, get punishment? What? Matamano. 2. Kya 2 hai? Left 12th boys 3. Say 3. Louder. Not enough. Loud. Louder, yeah? 12th girls 4. That's better. 10th boys and 12th girls are good. Try. 1. 2. 3. 4. Wonderful. I keep saying it in the middle, you must be very alert. No? If you don't, then you are going to compete with others and you failing. 1. 2. 3. 4. 3. 2. 1. 1. 2. 3. 1. Very good. Wonderful. You must have this alertness, but after that you don't have to be mosquitoes. Don't become mosquitoes and bees making woo sound, okay? Only be energetic. Don't become allergic like this. You must have discussions on the topics only. If you are not going to discuss topics, that means you are not a brilliant student. Whatever you carry in your manas is what you will discuss. So carry subject inside you. Keep writing exams as much as you can. You can look at my blog, DrTPS exams. EXAM, exam. Or study, STUDY, study. DrTPS, that's my name. DrTPS. DR for doctorate. TPS is temperature pressure second. Okay, just type in DrTPS and search. You will see 30 points to students. How to prepare for exams, how to study well. 30 points are there. You just follow one by one. Each one of you will get maximum marks what you can get. And maximum could be 100 if you have a good brain. And all of you have good brain. Can you imagine somebody getting 100 out of 100, right? You can. Very, very easy. Because a lot of options. If you do well, you can get good marks. Every one of you are good, intelligent. Most intelligent people. At this age, people cannot take this much learning. You ask your parents to learn. Will they? Or you will be able to learn faster? You will be able to learn. So who is more brilliant? You are more brilliant. Anytime your brain is tested? Did I test last time? How many of you attended my class earlier? Please lift your hands up. Hands up is like this. You have only this much hand or what? Lift your hands up. Those who attended my class, lift your hands up. Last time. You come here, the specs fellow. Stand here. Turn that side. Okay, you want to stand here or കൈ പൊക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഫുള്ള് പൊക്കും. എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം പറഞ്ഞു കൈ പൊക്കാൻ? പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ? And you keep looking at here and there and you don't do. If you are not interested, get out of the place. But if you are sitting here, be alert. Don't make fool. I am doing it seriously with a purpose. I just asked you how many of you attended my class earlier when I came here, and you know that you have attended. Why you have to see here and there? Yes or no? If somebody else attend, only you attend. Were you here in my class or not? That's all what I asked, right? Why don't you give an answer for that? Lift your hands up if you have attended my class. And don't put your head down. Don't ashamed of yourself. Be brave yourself. Don't lift your hands head. If you put your hands legs down, hands down, head down, that means you are not a brave student. Lift your hands up, I said. I did not say to lift it down. Otherwise, get out of the class. Nothing is going to happen if you put your hands like this. See how many hands are there now? And did you see this? I have to ask 3 times, 4 times. Is it the response you have? Don't you have any problem with your ears? Or you have a problem with my language? No. Answer perfectly, okay? Good boys. Put it down. Put your hands down. Did your brain got tested last time? Did I give an exercise for that? Yes or no? No. All the people who attended should say yes or no. Did I give? No. Louder. No. With good voice. Louder with good voice. Yes or no? No. I think you have never been asked questions in your class and teachers never get an answer from you because you don't practice this. I think it's very, very bad. Only in Kerala we have this. I was telling your principal and his principal said that is true. Response is very bad. That's why you don't get into life. We have brilliant people in Kannur, but response is very bad. If I go to Ernakulam and do a class like this, everybody will be thrilled. They will start responding very fast. Response is not there. Whatever happens, you don't care. Only when one party fellow says, everybody will be coming out. Fools, real fools. They don't ask the logic of what you are doing. Always clapping when somebody else says, but you don't do anything. You clap for somebody else. Be alert, be active. When somebody asks a question, give an answer. What's wrong? I'm not asking you extra money. No? Did I ask you money? I'm just asking you a response which you have, and you don't use your energy, it's going to be wasted. Your energy is going to be wasted. It's not here. Recently I went to Trichur, Kerala Varma College, one of the famous college. The principal introduced me. DrTPS is from so and so place and all that. He is going to talk on personality development, communication skill. That is important because of this and all that. 25 minutes he spoke. I was sitting there 25 minutes listening to him. He gave a wonderful lecture, wonderful, very good. I have to catch the train at 12:30. From 10 o'clock is the class. He took 25 minutes. I count on my times because each time when I spend, it's spent for useful purpose. If I cannot send a message, I am doing wasting my time. I don't waste my time in my life. I came here for a purpose and that has to be served. If not, for 100 people, 80 people have to get benefit. Otherwise, I am wasting my time. You are wasting your time. You can do many other things. So I am very, very alert in my job. I just sat there. End of the principal's class, nearly 1,200 students were there. Not 100. I handle people like 3,000, 4,000 students at a stretch. And everybody will attend to me. I just asked. The program was conducted by Commerce Department, so MCOM students were there. I called MCOM students, please come to stage. The principal was from MCOM department, head of the department got promoted as principal. So they are all their own students. I just asked, what did your principal say for last 20 minutes? Give me one point. None of them know. Because they are all sitting and talking. Principal is lecturing, you are all talking. What is the purpose of this principal's talk? I said your principal was talking and you are not listening. Do you think when an external person like me when come and talk, will you listen? So I said, I am not wasting my time, I am going. Then they all said, no sir, we will listen. 100%, 100%. And somebody came inside the class. It was a big hall. Somebody came. He came and sat in the front and he was looking whether his arrival has been noticed by all others or not. That's what people do, no? They come in late and then sit in the front and then look at whether everybody is seeing him or not. I said, come here. Gave him a slap like more heavier than what I slapped. Not 3 slaps. The whole college was stunned looking like this. You know, he was the chairman for that college. Top SFI leader. At the end of the class he told me, sir, it's first time somebody beat me like this. End of the session. I just said, go and sit there. You will not turn your face till end of the class, I said. I never knew that who he is. At the end of the session only he said, sir, I am the chairman. It is a good lesson for me. You make a lot of noise moving around, sitting in the class. You go for a session somewhere. Even for a small program in a temple, when I go for talk, people come with a plastic paper and make noise. I just say, get out of this place. People cannot learn discipline, can never perform well in life. Today the class was at 9:30. 9:25 I was there at the gate. Never late in my life, in my office. I served 20 years government of India. Nobody can say that I went late in my office. Not even a moment. I reached 20 minutes early to my office. Never. Only one lecture during the last 5 years I got delayed in Kerala. That is in Munishar and COVID. Last time when I came, I got delayed by half an hour because of some traffic jam, because of an accident. Otherwise, every place I reach much earlier than what I am supposed to. Have discipline in life. Be alert. Listen. Repeat what I said. Got it? Got it? Yes. The answer should be like this without a repetition. Answer should be like this without a repetition. Okay? There are classes and colleges where I just left the place because no response. I don't like telling something without response. If your eyes are not open, if your ears are not open, your mind is not open, you are not going to listen, the whole class is going to be wasted. I can do better things, I can read something. Yes or no? Whenever I travel in a bus, I keep a small paper which will be written something, that will be some sloka somewhere, which I take some quotations, I keep by hearting. I keep interpreting, I keep listening to myself, keep thinking myself. Not even the travel time I waste. I am standing before you as an example for you, if you want to take. I am not trying to say I am a great person, I am only trying to say whatever I could do, and I am doing it. I am active. Very, very active. May not be the most intelligent person, but I am very active. Ready to learn anything from anyone. Let it be when I am traveling in the bus. If somebody is sitting beside me, I will know him. 1 hour if I spend in the bus, if I am not able to read, if I am not able to listen. Yesterday I was traveling in the bus morning. The bright sun was disturbing me for reading. The next person who is sitting beside me said, sir, you sit this side, sun is not that much. And I said, okay, this is a person who talks to me nicely. Then I closed my book, I started talking to him. I said, I am not reading, I will talk to you for some time. He happened to be an advocate from Talipramba. His wife is a doctor in the college, Pariyaran Medical Nursing Institute. I was coming here yesterday to talk to the nursing students in AKG. Okay, then the nurse taught me the structure and how this happens in Kerala, how good the students are. Everyone has got one problem only to say. They say that no, people are good, but they are not responsive. They are blind most of the time. They don't respond to things. Morning also I said one bad incident which I had from Vidya mandir last time. After the session somebody telephoned to me. I tried a call back because I could not attend. When I am in lecture, there will be some 30-40 missed calls for me now. Every day evening I keep calling them back. I called some of your students. The phone call came to me, I responded back at night. I tried to call them back. And his mother took the phone. Mother asked, who is this? I said, so and so. I asked, who are you? There is a missed call from your telephone. I said, I am from Kannur. I am Kannur. Sheri. I said, you are Vidya mandir പഠിക്കുന്നു. And എൻ്റെ മോൻ പഠിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ മോൻ വിളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ ആ പഹയൻ എന്നോട് പറയണ്ടല്ലേ, വിളിച്ചത് ഫോണിൽ ഇതാണ് കംപ്ലൈൻറ്റ്, ഫോൺ കട്ട് ചെയ്തു. അന്ന് ആ മോന് നല്ലോണം തല്ലിയിട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആവശ്യമുള്ളൊരു കാര്യത്തിനല്ല ചെയ്യുക, അനാവശ്യമായ കാര്യത്തിന് റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യും. And the son also does something for what? You could tell your mother if you are using the telephone, right? You don't tell many things to your mothers and fathers, at this age especially. You start hiding many things. Never do that. Yesterday I gave a class in AKG. Night somebody telephoned, one Ramchandran telephoned to me, and then he just talked to me. I said, I picked up the phone. Sir, I never expected that you will pick up the phone. I said, without expecting, why do you do? With expectation you should do it, right? ആ കഥ അറിയോ? മുമ്പ് ഒരു യാഗം നടത്തിയത് മഴ പെയ്യിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്. ഒരു ഫിലിമിൽ അല്ലാണ്ട് നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. യാഗം നടത്തി മഴ പെയ്യിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എല്ലാവരും വന്നു. ഒരാൾ മാത്രം കുടയെടുത്തിട്ട് വന്നു. ബാക്കി എല്ലാവരും കുടയെടുക്കാണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ മഴയില്ലാത്ത കാലത്ത് എന്തിനാ ഈ കുടയെടുത്തിട്ട് വന്നു ചോദിച്ചു. നിങ്ങൾ എന്തിനാ യാഗം നടത്തണ ചോദിച്ചു. മഴ പെയ്യാൻ. അപ്പോൾ മഴ പെയ്താൽ പിന്നെ എന്താ ചെയ്യാ ചോദിച്ചു. മഴയില്ലാത്ത കാലത്താണ് കുടയെടുത്തിട്ട് ഇദ്ദേഹം നടക്കുന്നത്. എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാ? യാഗം നടത്തുന്നത് മഴ പെയ്യിക്കാനാണെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് എക്സ്പെക്ടേഷൻ വേണം? മഴ പെയ്യുന്ന എക്സ്പെക്ടേഷൻ വേണം. മഴ പെയ്യുമെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ കുടയെടുത്തിട്ട് പോകണ്ടേ? ആരും എടുത്തില്ല. കാരണം ഈ ചെയ്യുന്ന ആൾക്കൊക്കെ അറിയാൻ പെയ്യില്ല. അങ്ങനെ വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടല്ല ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. വേണമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടേ ചെയ്യാവൂ. ഫലമുണ്ടെന്ന് അറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടേ ചെയ്യാവൂ. എങ്കിലേ ഫലമുണ്ടാവും. ഫലമില്ല, ഉണ്ടാവില്ല എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് ചെയ്താൽ എന്ത് പറ്റും? ഫലം ഉണ്ടാവും. Okay? So sincere ആവണം. If you are sincere in studies, sincere in writing exam, and that becomes so interesting to you, and that becomes so cool for you, and you will enjoy it. Every moment you must enjoy. You must respond. I just said in the beginning itself, if you are not interested, if you are not responding, go out, I said. Did I not? And after that, when I asked you who attended my class, you should not have shyness. You don't have to look around. Lift your hands up. Okay? Now I am going to test your buddhi. Do you have buddhi? Yes. Only yes buddhi or yes buddhi? Yes. Full buddhi? Yes. Let me see how much buddhi you have. Okay? When I say 0, just pick up the food from your lap. Assume that you have got a plate in your lap and you are going to pick it up at 0. When I say 10, it should reach your mouth. Okay? 0. Slowly. 5, it should reach here. Don't keep it at 5 also here, and 8 also here, 9 also here. And I said 10, put it like this. Don't do that. Don't put it at 1 also at your mouth. Exactly 0, teachers also. If you are sitting in the class, you must follow this. Otherwise, get out of the class. 0. Let us see the teacher's buddhi also. 0. 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് വായിൽ പോയോ? അപ്പൊ തിന്നാനുള്ള ബുദ്ധി ഉണ്ടെന്ന് അർത്ഥം. Okay? Exactly, you are able to put your mouth, right? Now what you do is, hold your fingers like this, take it and touch your ear tip. You have ear tip, right? Exactly at this tip, but not at this place, not at anywhere else. Exactly at the tip. Here, sharp. Yes? 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't see your ears because you can't see your ears. The time you turn, it becomes somewhere else. Okay? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many of you could exactly touch the ear? Lift your hands up. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ ഈ ആൾക്കാർക്കൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള അസുഖം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് അർത്ഥം. ഇടക്കിടക്കേ ചെവി തൊടാറുണ്ട്. ഇടക്കിടക്കേ ചെവി തൊടണോണ്ടല്ലേ ഇവിടെ കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് ചെവി ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയും അല്ലേ? അതല്ലാത്തവർക്ക് കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കാണാൻ പറ്റുമോ? അവർക്ക് ഷെയ്ക്ക് ഹാൻഡ് കൊടുക്കരുത് കേട്ടോ. കാരണം അവരിടക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഇതേപോലെ ആക്കി ഷെയ്ക്ക് ഹാൻഡ് കൊടുത്താൽ എന്താവും ഇല്ലേ? ആ ഷെയ്ക്ക് ഹാൻഡ് കൊടുത്ത് കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ കൈ ഇങ്ങനെ ആക്കുകയും ചെയ്യും മറ്റേ ആൾ. അപ്പൊ എന്താ ചെയ്യണേ? So don't do that. Don't shake hand with somebody else. Okay? Be very careful. Now hold your hands like this. At 10 you should reach here exactly. Try whether your finger is touching each other. 10. You are able to touch, your left finger is able to touch the right finger. See this, whether it is possible or not. You can, right? No? Now you are going to do this slowly. Head down, close your eyes. 0. Don't try to cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Do it sincerely. If when I say 10, 6 is like this, 7 is like this, then don't adjust. Only one turn, after that no turns. Okay? One movement, after that no movement. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Close your eyes, look down. 9, 10. Don't adjust. Good. How many of you could exactly touch? Come here. Both. Stand here. Don't move after the number is counted. Okay? Only one straight movement. After that, stop. 0, 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both could not, right? No? And somebody has 1 inch less buddhi and she has adi buddhi. And sometime adi buddhi is there or short of buddhi, you become vakra buddhis. Doesn't matter, okay? You can't do it. Very difficult to do this. You know why? Because you have no practice. Keep practicing it for few days, you will be able to do it. So what you practice is what you can do. If you don't practice, your left finger doesn't know where your right finger is. Is it not shame? Your left finger doesn't know where your right finger is. And we keep finding fault with the people, saying they are not good, they are not doing it, they don't know. When use this finger to say they don't know, ask them or ask yourself, do I know where the left finger and right finger is? You can't. Try to test yourself from back to forth. You will see how good you are. Practice it. Anything can be done if you have practice, and nothing can be perfectly done if you don't practice. Keep practicing. Only way. You are a good student, you will be a good student. You are not a good student, you will never be a good student. How to change? 18 days. Any practice in this world can be your routine 18 days. And I keep telling students, you want to concentrate, you want to be a good boy, you want to study well, decide that I will change from now. I am going to change from now and I will be a good student. Decide that and you will be. If you don't decide, your days are gone. And so far you are not good, don't worry. You get only 20% mark, just come to me. I will make you 80% marks. 3 months, 2 months is enough, guaranteed. If I don't, I will stop this job. There are students who failed 20%, 10%, got them 50 to 60, 70% very easily. It's not because you don't have brain, it's just because you don't use it. Maybe you will get beatings from it. There was a professor of economics in Noida, one of the university, when I was in Delhi. His son was very bad. Asked him, leave him at my house. I will make him to learn. And we cook each other together, eat together, sleep together, stay up to 2 o'clock night and teach him every day. Next day he goes back home. He passed his exams. All subjects. And only 1 week, that's enough. Next week onwards you will know how to study. It's necessary to train yourself, become very good. Be very strict sometime to yourself, be very harsh to yourself. That's essential. How many of you feel sleepy and you can't wake up late night if you want to study? You have a mind to study but you feel sleepy. How many of you have this problem? Good, most of you have. Those days when I have this, take a bucket of water, put your legs inside that. You will not feel sleepy. Very simple. Every 5 minutes go and wash your face. Every 5 minutes go and wash your face. After reading one paragraph, write one sentence. After reading one paragraph, write one sentence. After reading one chapter, write a paragraph or one page. After reading it, you must write. Otherwise, you will not be able to. I remember when I was a PUC student, that is plus 1, plus 2 student, my brother used to come and close the book and ask which book you are studying. I don't know. When I am reading book, my brother used to come and close the book and ask which subject you are studying. I said, I don't know. Because I opened the book and dreamed something else. I don't study at all. I was a very, very bad student. 52% in 10th class. 54% in 10th class. 52% in your plus 1, plus 2. That's me. But 89% in 5th rank in the university. That time Kannur and Calicut combined university. 5th rank in the university for graduation. 2nd rank for MSc and 1st rank for MPhil. I just learned higher, not lower. Most of my exams which I write, attending the office and going half day for writing exams. My LLB, MBA, all that exam I have written like that. MBA and research methodology, I have 100 out of 100. Generally social science and such MBA syllabus, you don't get full marks. I got full marks. Give me same exam, same question paper today, I will be able to answer well because I studied well. What I did is, as soon as the BSc classes started, your earlier principal here, who was that? Professor C.K. Narayan, no? And he was my principal in Kannur College. I studied there only for one month. And then I studied in SN College for 2 months. BSc I studied in 3 colleges. That good student I was. Can you imagine? MSc I studied in 2 colleges. So kept on shifting my place because I want to be good. Decide a day you want to be good, you can be good. Eat nice, wonderful food. Drink a lot of water. Have a good breathing practice. You will become fresh. Whenever you feel not fresh, hold your hands like this. Take a deep breath. Fill your lungs. And then just hit your neighbor. Rub your eyes. You feel fresh. Very, very fresh. When you clap, you are getting energized. When you clap, you get energized because this is your head, these are your legs, these are your hands, this is your body, and this is your stomach, this is your heart, this is your head. Throat. Exactly, this hand represents your body. That's why when you have a knee pain, I can just rub here and cure you. If you have got a shoulder pain, I can just rub here and cure you. If you have got a stomach problem, I can rub here and then cure you. You don't have to massage the stomach, but you can just rub here, but with a feeling internally that I am massaging my stomach. When you have heartache, just rub here with a feeling that I am massaging my heart. Hold your friend with heart and heart. Hold your hands like this with friends. Heart to heart. Thumb to thumb. Come here. Please come here. Come here. Come here. Jump. Hold hands like this. Okay? Hold hands like this very tight, as if I am there in your heart. Hold your friend's hands like this with a feeling internally that you are in your friend's heart. Close your eyes. Hold on your breath. Hold on your breath. And then imagine that your friend is in your heart. Hold your hands with the left and right hand you can hold. Whoever is sitting beside you, hold the hand like that, as I said. Hold your friend's hand. Tell them that I am inside you. And take your friend inside your heart. You will feel their presence. Take them internally. Yourself. Inside them. Open your eyes. Whenever your friend have a problem, they are in panic, they are in distress, they are in sad mood, let it be your friend or relative or enemy or somebody, doesn't matter. Hold them in the hand like this and say, I am with you. Just tell them I am with you and I will be with you. They will feel comfortable. Because if somebody is not able to perform it, the other day I was conducting a program in Anandapur. Anandapur is the place where Sai Baba's Puttaparthi. There I was conducting a program. We had 150 students. And while going for lunch, somebody came with me and said, Sir, during my childhood up to 6th class I used to sing. But now, if I go to stage, I start shivering. As soon as the lunch break is over, I called him onto stage. He was really shivering. I just said, sit there. Holded his hand like this. I said, you can sing. Sing. Gave the mic to him and he started singing. So wonderfully. And almost all his friends know that how shy he was. And throughout the day he was with me on the stage. Doing anything what I said. No fear. You can just get cured by giving a confidence that you can do it. And confidence can be passed on from heart to heart. Many people have this problem. When you have exams, just hold on your mother's hand. Hold like this. If mother have more tension, you will get more tension. Most of the students have tension because their parents have tension. Not father. Father is not dangerous because they are all blind fellows. Most of the fathers are blind. The mothers have to keep open their eyes. And mother also closes their eyes. Which kahani is? Which story is this I am telling? Which story is this? Mahabharata. And who closed the eyes? Gandhari. Who was blind? Dhritarashtra. Therefore their son, who is that son? Duryodhana, become very bad. You understood? If the father is blind, mother become blind, along with the father, then the son will become bad. Okay? If you are good or bad, it is just because you have a bad father or a good father. What is the problem? Your father and mother should know with whom you are associated. Duryodhana always had a company of whom? Shakuni. Therefore, if your company is bad, you are going to be in trouble. So look at who is sitting beside you. If it is Shakuni, then you are gone. So who should be along with you? Sri Krishna should be along with you to give nice, good advices. And where is Shakuni from? Shakuni is from Kandahar, Gandhar Naresh. Kandahar is in Afghanistan. So the story says, should not have company from Afghanistan. Afghanistan people are very bad. Even today they are bad, right? So don't have company with Afghanistan people. Have company with nice, good people around. You are good or bad because your company is good or bad. You should have good friends who are learning good, doing every activity good. Automatically you can also perform well. Your whole ability depends on which company you are. 3 boys and 3 girls, volunteers, very fast on my stage. Otherwise I am going to out. If this much is said and you are not going to be volunteer here, be very pathetic about this stage. 3 volunteers, 3 girls and 3 boys. Very fast. Good. Give them a clap. Fast. Come to stage. Keep the chair, that's it. 3 boys, 3 girls. Fast. 4 also no problem. And only 2 boys. Girls are good, boys are bad. I said 3. Either you don't know counting or you are not good. Make a circle. Hold your hands. Boys to boys, girls to girls. Hold your hands. Hold your hands. Stand there, stand here. Stand there. Give a stop. Holding like this, fine? Hold it very tight. Don't leave them, okay? Now, leave the hands. You don't have to talk, keep observing. Any one of you will be caught here and then asked to do the same exercise. I will take it random. They don't get punishment, but if you are not going to solve the problem, you get punishment. Now, cross your hands like this. Hold the hands. From this point, you must reach back the original position without leaving your hands. Originally you were holding it, right? If you are in confusion, leave the hands, come back to the original, hold it like this, try. That's great! ഇപ്പം മനസ്സിലായോ? ആൺകുട്ടികൾക്കാണോ ബുദ്ധി പെൺകുട്ടികൾക്കാണോ? Just try, 3 of you, not 4 of you, 3. Hold. You come here, stand there. Another 2 girls, fast. Join her. Another 2 girls, fast. Why are you sitting here? Go, fast. Try. Let us see between these 2 who does it fast. Add 1 more. 4 people, try that. Come here down. Add 1 more. 4 people try the same thing. People start looking whether somebody else will ask or not. Because you are a fool, you want to know whether somebody else is intelligent or not. Quick! Don't waste your time. You must have good questions, wonderful questions. You can ask anything. No questions? Just close your eyes. Think about all the points what I